As a teenager, I got a girl pregnant. 15 years later, I met her, and she's the best thing to ever happen to me. When I was a teenager, I dated a girl for a brief amount of time. Nothing can really be said about the relationship except that she broke up with me out of the blue with no explanation. I didn't think much of it and went on with my life. 15 years later, I'm 32 and just found out I have a daughter. Turns out the reason my ex broke up with me so long ago was because she was pregnant with my kid. She recently got charged with a bunch of substance charges and told the police I could take care of her because I was her dad. I was really surprised and I felt so many emotions all at once. I'm not going to lie, I was mostly skeptical about this whole thing, so I got a paternity test done, and the results came back positive. With that, my daughter is coming to live with me now. I don't have any other kids or a partner, so this is going to take a lot of adjusting too. I do have dogs, though, so maybe they can be used as a starter bonding moment for us because I don't know how to deal with this. After talking with her social worker, I found out that my ex neglected my daughter, so she isn't going to be used to being taken care of or having structure, which will be a big adjustment for her. She said for her own sake, I have to take things slow. I need to be patient with her and just show her love and support, even if she doesn't want it. While all the legal proceedings were still happening, I got a room all ready for her in my apartment. The day I officially had to take her, she was very quiet in the car, and when I showed her the room, she didn't show much of a reaction. I told her that I know this is very new for both of us, so I know it's going to take some time to adjust. She has been through a lot. From what I can tell, she's very underweight and is not used to constantly having meals. I let her know that she could get food from the kitchen whenever she wanted, but that seemed to overwhelm her, so I put a snack bin in her room. I make sure to have all meals at a consistent time so that she knows a meal is going to happen. So far it's working, and I can see she's thankful for it. Slowly her body is getting used to it, and she looks somewhat healthy. I've heard her waking up screaming in the middle of the night from nightmares. She hasn't told me what they're about, and I don't expect her to yet because I know she doesn't trust me. I have comforted her though, and I'm in the process of finding a therapist for her. On a more positive note, I got her to open up enough to find out some things about her. She loves my dogs and we take them on walks together. She's pretty silent during those walks too, but just spending time with her is enough. She's also smart and loves to read, so I offered to take her to Barnes and Noble to buy some books she liked to read. She also likes to play basketball, so I bought her a basketball and a small hoop for her room. I want to make her really comfortable here and make her see me as her dad because I already see her as a daughter. Before her, my life was pretty dull, so I have her to thank for bringing some positive change into my life. The process has definitely been tough for both of us, but I wouldn't change it for the world. She's adjusting pretty well to her new life, both personally and academically. She's gotten A's on her tests after being at the school for less than 2 weeks. I have high hopes for her future and hope she can persevere despite all the traumatic things she's been through. She honestly deserves the best the world has to offer. I said I wanted to celebrate her getting those high test scores, so we went out to eat ice cream. It was a beautiful day and honestly a core memory for me, but things took a sad turn when a mother came in with her 2 young daughters. You could just tell the girls were having with their mom, and all 3 just clearly loved each other. My daughter got really quiet and kept staring at them. I didn't want to pry, so I didn't say anything, and I hoped this would be a moment where she would open up to me about her hardships because it would show that she was finally starting to trust me and letting me into her life. It wasn't until we were on the drive home that she said sometimes it's hard seeing girls have a good relationship with her mom. She said she got jealous because her mom and her never did any of that. She started crying, and I tried to reassure her that I was going to give her the love and support she never had. She thanked me but let me know she wanted to be left alone the rest of the night. It was hard seeing her cry, but we made progress that day because it was the first time she had allowed me to see her cry. It is also difficult to know that even though I'm trying really hard to be a good dad to her, she will never know her mother's love. I wish I could fix that, and it sucks that I can't because she didn't deserve to be neglected and possibly abused. 2 months after that, her attitude changed. She was being really rude to me, and I wasn't holding that against her. She had a right to be angry, and if she wanted me to be her punching bag, that was fine because anything was better than her bottling her emotions up like she used to do. We got into an argument the other day and she ended up telling me some very personal stuff I'm not going to share but I will say she had a very rough start to life. I was trying my best to comfort her, and it seemed like she was having a panic attack. Back after she calmed down, we were just sitting in silence, and she said, "You know, you're pretty good at the whole dad thing for being a newbie." I laughed and responded with, "Thank you. Being your dad has been enjoyable." She got quiet again for a while, but then spoke up to say, "Thanks, Dad, that made my whole year. I love her so much."